Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here. Don't forget to subscribe. And today we're actually talking about Google because Google really will know everything about you sooner than later. And Mayank Parmar from Bleeping Computer had a really good write-up on this. And if you didn't know, Google basically wants quote-unquote AI mode on its search to be as personal as possible. And so basically, they're going to start letting it hook into services like Gmail and Google Drive to learn more about you. So Google believes that the future of search is going to be more personal than ever, largely due to the increase in large language models. I mean, that, is, I think, incredibly true. You can look at the search features that their competitor OpenAI through ChatGPT has right now, and a lot of people are using that over traditional Google searching. So basically, Gagan Gotra on X, that's a user on X, formerly Twitter, spotted a recent podcast with Silicon Valley Girl, and Google's Robbie Stein was on that podcast and suggested that Google is exploring ways to let its AI access Gmail or Google Drive. And I quote, "We announced at I/O an opportunity for users in the future to be able to opt into an experience with enhanced personalization. We want people to be able to help Google and help services know more about you so that it can be more helpful," end quote. That means in the future, AI mode will pull details from your emails, documents, if you're using Google Docs or Sheets or whatever, Google Apps, all this kind of stuff to try to give you a customized experience in the Google ecosystem. So for example, it could summarize flight information from Gmail. It could create a schedule basically using Google Calendar, pull trip ideas from Maps or Drive files. So in other words, it's going to basically go through your email, go through your pictures, go through your Word documents or your Google Word documents or whatever. And this is, I think, one of those things that is a huge issue. Now, this is currently to be announced, right? They have a TBD on this. Robbie Stein said and added that Google has already begun testing this, some early versions of the technology. But make no mistake, they are rolling this out. And if you're thinking, oh well, Nick, this is an opt-in. One, they haven't explicitly said that, and two, we have all seen these companies basically data mine the bejesus out of us and then ask for forgiveness later, meaning they've opted us in whether we realize it or not, and then retroactively have opted us out. Or they may just simply do it claiming they haven't. Amazon's been caught doing that and some of the others. So this is of deep concern in the sense that if you are expecting any modicum of privacy from a free Google anything, remember, you're the product, and this really underscores that. And especially difficult for people that actually like privacy are starting to realize this and have literally decades at this point of information and data sitting in Google, and then having to extract that and put that somewhere else is a lot more difficult. I use, even in my personal life, business class platforms, and I pay for that when I am basically storing data and information because I don't want third parties scanning it, understanding it, ingesting it. I can encrypt it so that even the support from the platforms I'm using can access my data, and that keeps it in my ecosystem. I don't want them learning about me. Now, that said, if you're an Android user and you love privacy, this is an issue. And Apple people, if you think you're off the hook, I promise you, Apple's going down this road as well. They are investing very heavily in the expanse of AI and all of that, and they need your data as well. So don't think that this is not going to be an issue for you. Not to mention the fact that they were basically caught looking through Apple files before, in the interest of like protecting everybody and children traffickers and all that kind of stuff. This is going to be a perpetual problem, but Google, being the behemoth that they are, is going to basically use the literal decades of data that they have on you in your Gmail, your Drive, your calendar, you name it, and they're going to use it not just to personalize stuff for you, but to improve their AIs, which potentially might spill your information somewhere else. And we've seen these things leak before, just ask ChatGPT. So here we are. What do you do with this, right? I mean, you're between a rock and a hard place no matter where you go. But if you are basically storing data and you want it private, please just go pay for some services that will guarantee your privacy. And I think it's worth the money every year. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter, Nick ESP, where you'll be data mined. Same with YouTube as well. I'm sure it's a Google product. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private, informed, and secure. Take care.